6 people were injured after a shooting involving 2 rival motorcycle gangs at a Montgomery County Wawa, according to police. The shooting happened just before 9:15 last night at the Wawa on West Main Street in West Norriton Township. Investigators say all 6 of those victims were taken to the hospital. We are still working to learn their conditions this morning. Police say there is no ongoing threat to the public.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. And there you saw a 24-second video clip concerning a shootout that injured 6 people in Norriton, Pennsylvania. Now, anytime when more than 6 people are hit, they consider those mass shootings. But yet we only have a 24-second video detailing what happened. Now I'm going to show you another 51-second video, but these were 2 motorcycle gangs in Norriton, Pennsylvania. That's in Montgomery County. Montgomery County has an overall population of, about 75% white and 10% black. And that particular place, West Norriton, Pennsylvania, has a population of 80% white and 10% black. So of course, you can even see on the scene, if you look very closely, there's about 3 or 4 white bikers sitting on the ground in handcuffs, and the police are attempting to pick them up. Now, they say that there are no suspects in custody, but according to information and sources, they say that these rival gangs were allegedly the Outlaws and the Pagans. Now, these are 2 motorcycle gangs, and motorcycle gangs don't get the scrutiny, don't get the exposure, don't get the condemnation as black gangs get. And I can probably say there probably are some police influence in those particular gangs. But I want you to watch this next video, which gives a little more details on how this shootout not only took place at the Wawa, but also at another part of town. So this is 2 separate locations where they had a mass shootout, yet we have little coverage. And these videos are fair use for literary and commentary purposes only. Just watch.
I'm Gray Hall. Rick Williams is off. Breaking news now at 11. The big story on Action News is a massive police response in several parts of Montgomery County following a shootout between rival biker gangs. Police right now investigating at least 2 scenes where at least 6 people were shot. But we do know shots were fired at the Wawa in West Norriton Township just after 9 tonight. 3 people there were taken to the hospital, and investigators taped off a large area right near the gas pumps. Then, just a few miles away on DeKalb Street in Bridgeport, police took another 3 people to the hospital. Several others were taken into custody. We are working right now to get you more details about what exactly unfolded there. So stay with Action News on air and online for updates on this breaking news story.
Now, there you see the scene with several more white men in handcuffs, either being led into custody or led away on the gurneys with handcuffs on. And there apparently were so many shots at the Wawa. You normally see the yellow bullet markings, but there were so many shots. Evidently, the police had to use Wawa cups to mark the shell casings that were left on the ground. And so there you see 2 separate locations where this shooting took place. But why is there not a national outcry on this sort of violence? I would venture to say that, it is because the demographic of people who are committing this violence. Anytime you commit violence and you are white, it's all right, especially when you're white on white. They don't know who to convict. They don't know who to condemn. We're going to take everybody into custody, and, we're going to sort it out. Who do you know? Who's your mother? Who's your father? How much money you have? What police officer is in your gang? What police officer is in your gang? And then, everybody goes home and have some pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. These are big gangs, big organizations. I don't know if you guys remember the TV show, which I never watched, but a lot of people I know watched it. What was it? Anarchy? The Anarchy series that details the inner workings of the motorcycle gangs. And if you know anything about TV in Hollywood, they always put everything in plain sight, in reality, I would say, in the movie. So these things are definitely real, as you see. But why don't they get the same exposure, the same hard on crime, tough on criminal activity that it comes to them when it comes to black gangs, or, quote unquote gangs? But these are organizations that have been around a long time. The Outlaws, the Pagans, the Hells Angels, all of these motorcycle gangs are notorious for gangs, and are listed as gangs. So they are allowed to once again operate, sometimes with impunity, in these enclaves, in these Midwest towns, in these predominantly white country, suburban towns, rural areas where lawlessness is the rule of the law. And so here we have an incident. This happened Friday, and at 9:15. So it's not like a late incident. This is a fairly regular time where regular people are probably stopping at the Wawa to get gas. Yet and still, this is a mass destruction. This is a terroristic act. Where you have two groups of violent criminals shooting at each other. Yet and still, we don't hear a word from Trump. We don't hear a word from J.D. Vance. We don't hear a word from who was the Attorney General of the United States, or whoever they are, or whoever, the Secretary of State, the FBI, Cash Patel, all those guys who have so much to say. In certain instances, they so quiet that you can hear a rat piss on cotton in a church bell tower doing Sunday service right now. So why is that? And we all know why it is, because, there are two, once again, separate media machines. There are two separate justice machines when it comes to the two separate or several separate people that are listed in America. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings. The scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Who keep the people informed? Stories abroad from literary work where the narrative's wrong. The research is always on point, the commentary is hard. It's Rich Teller raising the bar. Follow along, shout out to FBA, still FTP. Big up NFAC and all my black families. It's three sides to all stories. Which one you gon' believe? We run down on the false prophets when they come to deceive. 100% urban world news, current events. We don't like them lies. Media is biased. We got God beside us. Ladies and gents is power. If you don't know by now, look around me, the darkest hours. Cops squeezing hammers, they don't understand us. We stop and freeze with our hands and kill us off like cancer. Don't speculate before the facts on the case. Telehouse, set them straight, my brother Rich investigates. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.